on, boy. Let's go get us a road of roads. Dig, Betty. What? Pull on it. Does that make you happy? Sergeant Pants has got a really cool horn too, don't he? Hello to all the wonderful people. Okay, what we're doing is we're on this, it's going to be a 3-video series here. It's a crazy Saturday. We had in the middle, we got people coming, we got people going, we got changes happening in the company, we got all kinds of stuff going on and going crazy. And this was a day right in the middle of it. And I wanted to record it and get it documented good for you all, those of you that's interested, for me, for future me, for grandchildren in the future, all this stuff. I wanted to document all this. This is right in the middle of one crazy time. So what we're doing today, what we've been doing is we moved the skidder to the weekend at Bernie's job. We moved the skidder to that job. We started working stuff in the file room. We got saws running around, air compressor running. I got one of my kids staying back. He's going through and scoping at things, make sure the equipment's running good. We're in the log truck today, trucking logs for Derek, Robin, Big Daddy, and Roger. And we're trying to finish this job up that's right next door to Johnny's. We're going to finish this job up. It's a neighborhood job. We're going to finish it up because rain's coming. It's Saturday today, and by Sunday, we're going to get some rain. So we need to get this done, get it complete together. Okay, me and Jackson's getting a load that we thought was the last load, but we got confused, and there's actually one more round for both me and Chris. So we're going to go back twice. We're going to have to finish and wrap a band in the file room, and then try to get everything put back to bed, air compressor all shut down, everything done and shut down, and everything put to bed for Saturday evening. So let's go check it out. That about his last one?
I don't know. Can't get a hole on there because we've been rooting in that same spot for a little while. Trying to figure out where Neggie's hiding there.
Where's Raji?
I seen him just come in a little bit ago and drop one. I assume he was coming and dropped one. I don't know. All I seen was the ass and his big green. All I seen was the ass and his big yellow thing. That's all I seen there.
I'm done.
You done?
I'm done for the week.
Cutting up there?
Yeah.
I was done after about yesterday. She sent me way the heck up there to Frank Miller up there.
Where's that at?
Way up above Indianapolis. Just about 10 miles from the Illinois state line up there about Dayton. Way the hell up there. It wouldn't be so bad if the logs were cut up, we're all ready to get loaded, or if you were loaded.
Yeah, I'd seen y'all hewing on them.
But, if time me and Matt got done hewing on them, I didn't get out of the mill till 9 o'clock. That's about a 5-hour ride up there. Joni said 4. Well, maybe 4 in a car.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite so bad. You weren't like yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. He's hard on a guy.
I know he is.
He's just awfully hard on a guy.
What is he doing?
Are you done? No.
I know.
Oh, there's more.
There's more loads here. We'll get loaded.
That's a pretty good pull up there. screwed around, got myself stuck because I ain't used to this truck. It's got that computer throttle on it. I ain't used to it. I'm used to mechanical. And I'm not used to the clutch yet, stuff like that. So what, basically, long story short, I bounced it. You can't bounce it on takeoff like that. You'll be stuck. So we got stuck.
Robin has to do this.
Huh?
Robin's going to push us.
Nah, I ain't bringing a skidder. I'll be back when a skidder gets out here. Ready? Oh, he's getting a dozer. Alright.
Something like Robin's
That little bitty one. Oh, you got the other two bunk. 36 footer was tight.
I had on here. It was tight. I had to pull my jacket.
Well, it's a good thing you took Jackson off, didn't it?
Yeah. There ain't nowhere hell. I was taking off my back. Yeah. It would've been on. I tell you. It would've been on.
Are you in it, Wade?
Yeah. And get up against me and I'll tell you I checked the road for clear. Be good.
Okay, well, we got 2 cars on left. Keep pumping that son of a bitch out. That's questionable ground down there.
Yeah, I know, but it done did. And nobody's coming. Got a lot going on here. Just fucked up a little too far over. This top right son of a bitch is hard to get
And the road really isn't that bad. I need to make some of this shit back here. I need to try to get some on that stump so you can cut it off there like you did. Like you need.
I got messed around the middle anyways. I'll be a little bit more back this time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm ticked off. I got so much going on in my mind there with everything I got to do and stuff. And then Jackson wanted to be with Daddy today. And so I'm trying not to be a turd in front of my boy. And Big Daddy knows I'm upset. And he's trying to smooth things over and stuff. And on the inside, I'm screaming. I'm like, son of a buck. And yeah, I hate it that I got stuck and all that mess and tore up the... Because when you get stuck in a semi-load of logs like that, you tear up the freaking road. Every time you spin like that, you tear up the freaking road and make the base worse. You know, you don't want to be doing that stuff, you know. And oh, man. All right, let's get chained down. It's a good boy. Huh? Well, after we get the saws running around, we gotta get them saws running around. What? Oh. Thought he was back talking to me. Oh yeah, he's shaking his fist at me too. Yeah, I think he's gonna whoop me. Back talking? Oh. He knows better. Them boys got the mill cleaned up. Mill looks great. From a dirty, dirty day of sawmilling. Turned out looking pretty good. Good. Let's go check see how this band turned out. It's awful quiet in here. Mommy shut the grinder down. Oh no, the grinder shut itself down, did it? Let's see what we got. What she look like? Yep, we need to drop another 2,000 maybe. So what you're seeing now is I'm back in the, trying to get this stuff going back in the file room. In between loads, I gotta try to. I'm struggling, man. What we're seeing here, I've been filing now for 2 months. At the point you're seeing this video, I probably wasn't 2 or 3 weeks in, and now I'm at the 2 or 3 month mark, or 2 or 2.5 month mark while I'm editing this video. And we've changed so many things. I've talked to so many smart dudes. Man, we've been. I'm trying to change things, get things right here. We've got some things in left field, some things just building, just taking experienced people and building off experience and trying to be better. Than what I am. But we're doing so many things wrong that I don't even know how to get into all of it. I'll have to do a video someday, those of you that wants to see it, of the things we're learning and doing. This is the auto bench, and the thing about these bands is you don't just sharpen them and throw them on the wheels. There's so much more to them. This here's the auto bench, and it I can get into it someday what all this thing does. It basically levels it. When you're running a band out there on the wheels, you get sawdust and stuff like that, and rolls around the wheels and makes bumps and lumps and stretches metal depending on how dull you run it, you know, when you're pushing on dull teeth and stuff like that, and cracks. You can get cracks in it, and gullet, cracks in the back, cracks in today we fixed a tooth on the band today that had the day I'm editing here, not the day you're seeing here, but we welded a tooth, a broken tooth. It was gone, chunk out of the saw, whole chunk missing out of the saw. Welded a new tooth in, and you know, so you're but you got to look at it as a priority number 1, 2, and go down the list. And this time I'm just struggling to learn how to run equipment, learn how to load and unload equipment, learn how to cycle bands. And basically you can do kindergarten level stuff. So we got a 14 gauge band, and if we run our teeth at 0.150, which is pretty thick, you can hide a lot of crappy body work. Is what I got going on with this band, some crappy body work. And you can hide a lot of it with a heavy tooth because it gives more clearance for the body to run through behind the cut. Carry your sawdust out in bigger chips so your big chips don't spill and get between the band and the wood you're cutting. They call it swimming in dust. So you don't end up swimming in dust and stuff like that. So you're taking a big chunk of sawdust, but the problem is when you're doing that, you're defeating the reason of having a thin curved band, you know, because you're making a bigger curve. So, and in hardwood, when you're sawing grade, and your grade based off of clear face cuttings is what we grade off of. Them little pieces of an inch that you hold out away from the defect zone, away from the middle of the log, you know, in your strokes through the band mill, you know, them little things can devaluate your lumber quite a bit. So basically, I'm playing around here. What I'm trying to say is I'm playing around here at 50 thousandths. Look at old Jack. I love that boy. Basically, we're playing around 50 thousandths gauge right now. 150 thousandths. We're playing around with the 150 thousandths curve right now to get me through kindergarten. Is basically what I'm doing.
Put it over on the saw blade.
You know, and I got a lot going on in my head today, and right now we're going to get the body right on this band. We're going to check. You got to go by priorities. You got to check your first. You got to level it out, and that's what the red machine just did. Is leveled it out. Take the lumps and bumps out of it, and it made a stab at auto benching to where it should be close. This band should just have a little bit of tweaking to it. Is what I'm gonna try to do, and then I'm doing it wrong. I found out later since what I'm doing here. So this is basically, you're seeing basically nothing you can learn from. It's all doing it wrong. But I'm checking the tension now. So your number one priority in the body of the band is level. Then you check tension. And then you check, what I check there is the tire lines. And then you check the back, which I forgot to check for bent teeth. You know, rookie. You know, bent teeth's right up there. And, you know, it's high priority that I missed. So, you get the body of the band right. Your wheels aren't crowned. They're ground flat. So they run at kind of a taper is the way they run when you track your band. And then the front section of your band is stretched. The metal in the band is stretched in different ways. So you got your tension, and then you got what they call putting money in the bank. You get your tension, and then you roll in your tire lines. You know, in your tire lines is basically where the band touches the wheels. So there's a tire line in the front towards the teeth, tire line in the back, and the rest of the band kind of is loose off the wheel. But your shortest section of your band is your front up against your teeth. Right now I'm checking the back. The back is the longest section of the band. So basically when you spool the band up, tighten the band up and start sawing with it, the front little bit by the teeth is the tightest part of your saw. The rest of your saw is kind of loose and wiggly. You know, it's support, but it's not tight support. And we've been running too much back. Oh, there's all kinds of things that we're doing, you know, that's going to be, that we're tweaking on here as we go and learn and get things going. But when you run too much back, you get cracks in the gullet and stuff like up there at the tooth edge, because when you got too much back, the back part of your band stretched so much that when you pull tight tension on the wheel band mill out in the band mill, you're stretching by your teeth so tight that it's going to create cracks, because there's
With my experience level, I think we're running. I have to report back to y'all, let y'all know how it runs. We'll throw it in poplar, see if it'll run. I'll get the teeth sharp on it where they're good and sharp. We'll just see if it'll run. We'll go from there. Of course, if it ain't quite right, you can see how it sets. It don't set. Well, it's gonna saw itself. See how it sets kind of wobble cock? It ain't right, but we need to run it, and finally get it back right. Hopefully the metal finds some of its memory, probably start some cracks, you know, that sort of thing. But we're gonna sharpen up, try it again on poplar. This baby here, my gosh, it is looking very good. I don't see any shiny spots. I see a couple. It could go down another 1,000. But I don't think I'm gonna lose no sleep over it. It's just very few teeth. Let's see what we got in the gullet there. Old Bucking says get the gullet. Well, not really the gullet. We're gonna check the back, the front side of the tooth. See if it's just the way we want it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. That's a perfect salt blade. What? What? Well, I thought I was about done with this band, but I'm not. I somewhere around in here I'd lost my pellet. I noticed it's starting to grind a little hard and it's getting little burn spots. Like, what's going on? And then I seen it went to dress and it didn't dress. The pellet was gone. There's a pellet in there that grinder wheel dresses on, and Oopsie poopsie. So I'll reset it, and now this wheel's hitting wrong, and I'm making burn spots, so I'm gonna have to go all the way around it and then drop 1/1000 and go all the way around it again now with the pellet fix. That pellet needs to be blue Loctited in, and it ain't. So I'm gonna replace it here with one that's blue Loctited and go there, I guess. But I need to get this band and get it out of here. Boy, that pretty well screwed me. I could have done without that. So I'm hitting it pretty hard because when I put the pellet back on, it ain't shaped exactly the same, so it's actually getting right down in the gullet, the bottom of the gullet real hard, and it's putting burn marks down there. You can't have burn marks in there, that's where cracks start. So I'm gonna have to do one more round. I'll probably drop 2/1000 and nothing in the face, just drop 2/1000 and go again. So let's go get the Outlaw unloaded and then pull it down here and get it staged where it's ready to go again. Because I have to sit here and wait out a grind. I ain't gonna leave that. The pellet's not in there great, but I think it'll finish this band. And then I took the other pellet holder and I put retaining compound all over in all the spots that the pellet goes, so it's got some kind of glue holding it in there. Obviously that's an issue. The guys warned me against that. Derek said just when you get to relying on it, he said that's when it'll bite you right in the butt. Ain't wrong, he did, boy. I thought I was done. I brought plastic in to wrap that band up. I should have had that band wrapped up by now, so that ain't good, but we'll do another round on it and see where it gets us. Been too daggone busy fighting this weather. It's the first week of June going on to the second week, and usually the second week of June is your last real sucky week. After that it starts getting a little bit better. The sun's poking enough and the rain backs off enough where life starts getting a little better. Especially if you get there that second week of June and get on a fresh job. Right? Mudding around on a job, you got a fresh start. You talking good. We might just get it. It's been a battle all the way up to this, but there's some light at the end of the tunnel. It might get real nice after this job we get done with it. Just have to see. I need to keep hauling. I need to get that boom, well, the dent cleaned out. This old daggone Frankenstein set of forks is doing pretty good on this loader. I really like them. I think we're gonna like that fresh set Rockland made us better because it'll have the perfect geometry to really recommend. This set's too flat and long, counting the clamp. Well, I'm calling that done. It looks beautiful. I don't know if you can see them teeth or not, but it's got a slight residue of the burn marks in the bottom of them gullets there. I don't know. I don't have the experience to know for sure whether I'm going to get a crack from that or not. I mean, I'm sure it's not perfect, but I don't see it being that bad. I cleaned most of it up, but I don't want to go a whole nother round just to clean the last little pieces of it. 90% of it, 80% of it's gone. So with a Pareto principle mentality, we should be good.
now they get a band done off the grinder. I'm gonna throw the plastic on, get it pulled off the grinder, and get it ready and get it parked in the parking lot back there and ready to throw out on the band mill. So now we're gonna unload this CNC grinder and get that took care of. Meanwhile, Chris is out there in his round of logs, getting loaded, getting farther ahead of me to where the crew's gonna be waiting on me later. I'm like, time to go, you know. But you know, out of today, I want to make sure and say this. Out of today, everything I'm doing today, all the stuff I got going, trying to keep the logs moving, equipment moving, everything rolling smooth on my end, on the trucking, on our end, me and Chris is in on the trucking, and then keep these bands going and all that good mess. You know, Jackson wanted to hang out with Daddy today, and that's the most important thing that I'm doing today, you know, and I got to keep telling myself that so I don't lose sight of the priorities. You know, try to make the day not, make sure we're having a day that's not you know, a bad experience for Jackson hanging out with his dad, you know. That's key that I got going on today. But meanwhile, I'm got 6,000 balls in here, you know, trying to get things going. And, oh, what a mess, you know. And trying to struggling, you know, a lot of, and this, I'm still in kindergarten with these bands back here, so I'm trying to get used to cycling these things through and everything. And then Jackson's got to ask his questions and do his stuff, you know, spend some daddy time and ask, you know, and I want to make sure and do right by him, because that's the most important thing I'm doing today, you know. But and then try to keep these things going. I'll tell you, this year is a crazy year, you know. But we may, I mean, we're basically on the other side of this escapade right now. There I'm going around with the plastic. I don't know. I'm just learning. I'm learning. Those experienced followers out there that's looking at this thinking, you freaking idiot. I'm sorry. It's just yeah. I'm actually log trucking too, if you hadn't noticed. And trying to be a dad today. So yeah, that too. I ain't totally got that part figured out. I need to watch Rick Ball fold a couple up and see where he struggles or does good at. See if he can teach me. I think maybe the bottom wrap you're supposed to make longer. And I think I'm making the bottom wrap too short, so then it flops around when I go to do the top wrap. I don't know. Oh no, I'll get back to y'all on that. What? What did you say, boy? Here. Go pick on your mommy.
Alright. Hey, Mom. Me and Dad are going back to the woods. Well, I actually don't know.
Me and Chris getting the last 2 loads.
What? Oh.
talk to you? Huh?
I'm just gonna ignore you.
Huh? I ignore my daddy 'cause I wanna get beat. Better put on your seatbelt, you're gonna get in a wreck and get killed.
Hope y'all like this video. Let me know what y'all think if you don't care and stuff. And then we're passing through the neighborhood down here. My gosh, I could tell y'all some stories from growing up in this neighborhood. There on the left is Lindsay's house. Lindsay and Jocko, how you doing, Lindsay, Jocko? But we come out here and this is Leopold, the little town of Leopold. And this is the park up here on the right. And oh my gosh, the stories from the park when we was kids. You wouldn't believe the stuff that went down here. There used to be a store across the road up here where I'm pulling out, doing this rolling stop here. Officer Hoover, I hope you ain't watching. But we're doing a rolling stop here at this yard where the hood's facing right now. Used to be a gas station there. And what was it? Pearl's gas. See the sidewalk over on the right? Left, excuse me, the other right. So Pearl, I think it's Pearl's old store, Pearl's Porch or whatever his old store. The Pitiful Punks from Pearl's Porch. So anyways, Pearl's store was rotted down or whatever when we was kids. And I remember Marky, if you see this, I love you, buddy. Don't get pissed. But so Marky had this old Dodge Power Wagon. It's nice. It was cherry when he first got a hold of it, but then we was kids and it didn't last long. So yeah, I forgot, it kept slipping. He burned out his posi unit, is what he in his rear end. You know, he burnt the clutches out or whatever, and everybody's getting him a hard time because he had the nicest truck out of all of us, you know, and everybody's getting him a hard time for having it. He lost it. I watched him lost it. He got to spinning donuts in that thing and lost control, finally hooked up the posi, and he never let off the track, and it went around, ended up losing control, never lifted, and hit his store, took out the porch, took out the up and downies and stuff on the porch that holds the roof up and stuff. Watch the whole thing go down, you know what I mean? Oh God, a bunch of stories other than that. It's just neat in the old neighborhood, hauling logs to the old neighborhood. Hope y'all like this. Have a good one later on.